our library.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's all accessible.
It's all in the papers, but we didn't have enough space to add everything. So you can pretty much see everything on the papers.
Very good.
I'm correct. This is housing for people who need. Sorry, I missed that initially. Housing for people who need it, along
So
with all
these
the
are.
facilities.
So I'll do it again because we forgot to film it. So these are community-based centers, but they're really helping train local people how to become entrepreneurs and to start businesses.
Okay.
So, but we want it to be accessible to everyone. So we have elevators, we have stairs, we have parking, we have all different types of things. It's self-contained, so we actually will have bedrooms with bunk beds and with bathrooms up on the top floor. And then on the bottom floor, we'll have training rooms, office space for these businesses. We're hoping WeWork will help sponsor these so that we can have WeWork spaces within the buildings. And then we'll have dining and facilities and kitchen. And then we actually have a medical facility on staff to take care of any medical issues that come along. And then within this program, we're going to be doing training. And here's the types of training that we're going to do.
What we started off with was number one. First of all, my entire team left and took the notes. So, but what we talked about was the fact that first of all, that someone would come in, hopefully with some idea of a business plan or what they would like to do. If they didn't have that available, we have free forms and so forth. We tried to be as economical as we could. So there's things that are available on creating a business plan and so forth from the Small Business Administration, from different economic development councils in different communities that would be there that would assist these people in at least trying to understand what it could be. As far as financing and so forth is concerned for their businesses, we talked about looking to federal and state grants, looking to businesses like Tico and Mosaic and so forth that might be interested in helping a minority or women's-based business to get started. We also talked a little bit about the Small Business Administration and SBA loans and so on. And to be honest, I spent time trying to work with the kids so they understood even some of the concepts because they're not really taught that much in high school. The difference between a grant and getting a loan from the SBA and how they would be different. Once they could secure some financing and so forth, we talked about the human capital that would be involved. From the side of training and so forth, again, trying to keep costs reasonable. We would utilize individuals from the community, whether they were from that profession that's being questioned. We talked about the fact of if you think you want to run an ice cream store and that's what you'd like to start, the first thing to do is go to an ice cream store and get a job and work there for 6 months to decide if you really do like ice cream stores as a place to work, so that they have some understanding of the field first. Once they do that, then they would be able to make a better decision as to is that the way they want to go. We talked about going to the Chamber of Commerce, dealing with professional organizations that might deal with the topic that they may have picked that they wanted to go into. So it would be reaching out to professionals already in the community, reaching out to the Chamber of Commerce, reaching out and talking to individuals that understand that business. Then we talked about mentorship. The mentorship also would come from individuals within the community itself, Chamber of Commerce and so on. We talked about the fact that if they're going to be in business and they're going to have a bank loan and so forth, mentorship comes from all different ways and walks of life, so that if I'm running a business and I'm having issues with finances, I can go to the bank and the banker will talk to me about finances. That I might have an accountant and I can be mentored by that accountant on how to handle money and my resources wisely, as well as professional organizations that would represent my particular type of business. And a lot of times they'll provide free information and so forth that's there to assist you. You've got the state of Florida, for example, through the Cooperative Extension, that can give a lot of information on running a business. The SBA gives a lot of free information out, trying to, again, keep it economical. Then we talked about opportunities, and again, going through the chamber, talking through these professional organizations to find areas where they need the business that they're looking to open. I said, you know, if there's an ice cream store across the street, the last thing you want to do is open another ice cream store. So we talked some about supply and demand and how that would drive whether their business would be successful or not. And I think that's good.
And
that was our plan.
Two more things. There are these things called opportunity zones that people can get tax credits for by investing in them, and it's to help areas that need to be built up, get built up. So this would be a good place to start. And we heard just moments ago about this great community app that we can add to our plan. And behind us, of course, we can also put a eco pod. What's it called?
Hydrological pod.
Hydrological pod, so we can actually use food for the kitchen.
All right.